Now, you may be asking, who is this guy and why is he on the screen? I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm J.D. Smith. I am a bladesmith and an instructor/professor here at Massachusetts College of Art.
What is a bladesmith and what do you guys do?
Bladesmithing is the art and craft of taking raw steel, heating it, and with a hammer and an anvil, actually pounding it into the shape of a blade. On a day-to-day basis as a bladesmith, you'd definitely be using a forge, either gas or coal in our case. Then there's the hydraulic press. You need some tonnage to press things and move things and mash things. And then we have a power hammer, a big blue. That really vigorous, heavy use takes its toll on equipment, especially when used by students.
So where did the art of bladesmithing even come from?
Of course, it has a worldwide history. I mean, anywhere blades were produced, people were pounding them out of iron and steel. Evidence seems to point to either the Hittites or certain civilizations in Africa were making high carbon steel also directly after the Bronze era. But it goes back to the Bronze Age, basically, where people were hammering bronze to harden it and make it stiff, and weapons grade quality bronze. Then along came iron, then superseded by steel. But almost every culture has a bladesmithing tradition.
When did you choose bladesmithing as your career?
I've been doing this work since 1982. And what got me interested is a rather long story. It dates back to when I was just 10 years old, in fact. And I went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I found myself gravitating towards the arms and armament section of the museum and becoming very fascinated with the swords, daggers, and other knightly accoutrements. That was basically the genesis of a lifelong love affair with blades.
How can someone get involved with bladesmithing anyways?
Their first steps would be to secure a location, either in an academic institution like this, or maybe in their garage or someplace in an outbuilding on their property, to actually do it. Because you have to have open flames and a fair amount of machinery if you're really getting into it deeply. And it's not the easiest thing to do in certain locations, certain locales, like an urban locale. It's not entirely the easiest thing to do, but it can be managed.
Any fun bladesmithing stories that you want to tell?
The year was 1991, as I recall, and it was a hot summer day in June. I had some blades with me. I was going somewhere, doing something. I don't recall exactly what it was. I just decided to stop in at Mass Art. And I went to the metal smithing area, the blacksmithing area, and I found the head of the department at the time, Joe Wood. And I just said, may I show you something? And I showed him some Damascus blades that I had forged, and I just said, like, you can't really say that you offer the latest and the most complete metalsmithing program if you're not offering this. And he looked at them and says, I agree. Would you like to do a guest artist spot? And I said, sure, and he set one up for me. And I did a guest artist spot and made some pattern welded steel. And I was invited to come back subsequently 2 more times between 1991 and 1994, at which time one of the professors here, George Greenemeyer, just point blank asked me, would you like to teach here? And I said, yes.
Is there any last minute advice that you'd give to someone who's interested in bladesmithing?
Learn as much about it as you possibly can. Try and glean as much information as you can from the resources that are abundantly available now with the internet. Try and understand, like, exactly what does it take, what's involved with it. Come prepared, basically, to really work hard, because there's nothing about this that's easy. Nothing.